Are you ready for a pre-workout that will give you so much energy that even hours after you're done with the gym will be ready to do nothing more than just drive all the way down to goddamn California? Oh boy, do I have something for you! Hello everybody! Welcome to a brand new episode of United Strength. Mike Alexander here, certified personal trainer, heart gainer coach, and future nutritional coach. Before we continue this, please subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content on here, and please give that like button a hit. Help me get to those algorithms of all the people who do not know all about me yet, and please, if you can, spread the word. Now, before we begin my first product review in quite a few years, I'm going to give a brief disclaimer and let you know that these views are mine alone. I am not sponsored by the company I'm about to talk about, nor am I being paid by Legion Athletics for this review. To say that Mike Matthews has come a long way in the health and fitness industry would be a gross understatement. In the 8 years since the release of his best-selling men's fitness book, Bigger, Leaner, Stronger, he's parlayed its success into his own fitness empire, including his inaugural book's women's spinoff, Thinner, Leaner, Stronger, a blog featuring informative, science-based yet enjoyable articles, an online coaching service utilizing personal trainers handpicked by Mike Matthews himself, and of course his quality supplement line, all under the umbrella of Legion Athletics. So which leads me to this. This is Pulse. There are two versions of this. This is the caffeinated version, which we'll be discussing in this review, and there's also a non-caffeinated version. Pulse, much like all of the other products in Legion, much like Mike Matthews himself, is the real deal. Each product's ingredients and dosages are determined based on scientific, peer-written journals and reviews, much like it should be. You will never find a Legion Athletics supplement containing any filler, artificial sweeteners, or secondary byproducts to help drive down the costs. There are no ingredients that are underdosed at all, which is even better. So things will be a tad pricey, but let me tell you, it is worth it. Pulse's bare bones nutritional profile contains only 6 ingredients. There were 5, but 6th one was recently added by removing one completely and reducing the dosage in one just to balance everything out the right way. Here is its nutritional profile, and I'm going to go over this with you right now. We have here 8 grams of L-citrulline malate with a 2-to-1 ratio. We have 3.6 grams of carnosine beta-alanine. We have 2.5 grams of betaine anhydrous. We have 350 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous, which we will be talking about. We have 350 milligrams of L-Theanine, which we will also be talking about. We also have the latest ingredient addition, alpha size, alpha glycerol phosphorylcholine. Try saying that 3 times. Alpha GPC for short. We have 300 milligrams of that. I'd rather say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. 6 ingredients make up this profile. So first off, we're going to turn our attention to the latest ingredient, alpha GPC. It's replacing L-ornithine completely and even reducing the amount of beta-alanine in Pulse just to provide balance to this new formula. Alpha GPC, as explained even in Legion's own website, increases the activity of a chemical in the brain known as acetylcholine, which is used by nerves to communicate with each other, and provide brain with glycerophosphate, which could improve its health and function. And this therefore will carry over to an increase in growth hormone levels, increased power input, and even a decrease in age-related cognitive decline. Now let's talk about the caffeine dosage here. If you're reading this, then you don't need me or Mike Matthews for that matter to inform you that caffeine can increase alertness as well as increase the amount of energy your body burns throughout the day. A lot of people cannot survive without even a cup of coffee, right? But did you know that 350 milligrams found in 1 scoop of this stuff right here is actually 20 milligrams over what's found in a Starbucks Grande? That part I did learn from Legion's website. And that's the most caffeine personally that I've ever ingested in any pre-workout I've ever tried. So it leads to the question, is it really necessary to have 350 milligrams? The stuff I took before this came very close, and I was wondering about that. But of course, that depends on several different variables based on individual preferences, such as your performance goals, the time of day you're training, or whether or not you suffer from anxiety. The last stuff I took, which had 330 milligrams, made me very anxious. But there's also other ingredients in there that definitely contributed to the anxiety that are not found in this. Otherwise, I would not be taking it. I'll tell you that right now. Some pre-workout labels recommend that you take nothing past a scoop. However, Pulse recommends that you can take 2 scoops, at least if you know that your training is going to last more than an hour, up to 90 minutes. And just remember, though, that's 700 milligrams of caffeine. 700 milligrams. Let that sink in for a second. However, there's a generous dosage of L-Theanine with 350 milligrams per scoop, which evens out the playing field smoothly by reducing the mental stress that will result from the fight or flight response caffeine usually agitates. And having said that, here are a few of the noticeable things of Pulse I've personally experienced since I began using in the fall of 2018. Number one being, it definitely increased my mood. I come home every day, a 2-hour commute after a long, stressful day of working with kids, under normal circumstances, of course. Avoiding people is more of an option to me than being anywhere near people. And sleeping and sitting on my couch and vegging is more appealing to me than going anywhere. But within taking minutes of Pulse, and especially thanks to the 350 milligrams of L-Theanine, as well as the lack of beta-alanine, or the decrease in it, I felt nothing short of ready to do just about anything, anywhere. I might or might not have become quite the chatterbox as well. I'm telling you right now. Increased strength and endurance. With feeling tired comes that feeling of weakness. They go hand in hand. It's hard to progress in the weight room if you're not feeling strong, or awake for that matter, especially if you train at night, as I would normally have no choice but to do. In fact, I dare say that I'd never be able to hit my first 400-pound deadlift in spite of snowy weather last year without Pulse. And there's a video that I'm going to put in the description that you can see. There's no article linked to it, it's just a video, because it was a big deal for me at the time. And I've since then deadlifted 410 pounds for a single. And the big one for me, no crash. In fact, I feel nothing short of energetic, even hours after I leave the gym. Although this could be a problem if you take more than a scoop and are training at least 4 hours before your bedtime. Which then leads me to my final thoughts. Pulse is without question a pre-workout I'd recommend to anybody. It's the real deal, as I mentioned earlier, much like the man Mike Matthews himself. Its bare bones profile is the very thing that makes it so effective, because there's nothing getting in the way of the ingredients that are key here doing their job. It's equal parts energy without the jitters and the focus without the stress. If I had, however, to make a recommendation or two, I would suggest trying their stimulant-free alternative if you happen to suffer from anxiety, or if you cannot avoid training at night and struggle to sleep afterwards. Because you have to eat eventually after you work out. And I would recommend taking ZMAs to help you sleep, but you need to take those on an empty stomach. So you still need 2 hours to let your food digest before you even take those. And that's all depending again on your schedule. All right. Thank you for watching this. Quick reminder to, again, subscribe to this channel. If you like this content, please like this video. And remember, I am still offering free quarantine stay-at-home Zoom or Skype training. Click on the link in the description box for more info.